I've always enjoyed the look of the double doors on a school bus, and these have served us quite well over the past year as we've done our work in all weather conditions. But the time has come to build a proper entry door, one that is secure, lockable, and usable for the long haul. I want to try to capture the essence of the original dual school bus doors. So I removed them and laid them on the workbench here, and I'm going to use them as a template. And I might even pull the windows out and use those windows in my door if I can manage to work it out. Most of you know that school buses are very rarely ever square, and the entryway is no exception. So I think the best place to start is with the hinge. Now the hinge will be to the right, and it's one of these geared commercial style hinges that this one supposedly can support upwards of 250 pounds. I think that should get the job done in this case. I estimate the door will be probably 70, 80 pounds. The frame itself is going to be a square tubular steel. This is going to be a 1.5 inch by 1 for the perimeter, and it is 14 gauge. So I've got my hinge mounted to the right, and now the other end of the door to the left. I'm going to end up putting some 1/4 inch spacers on this piece to try to make sure I have enough clearance so the door can open and close. Now it's just a matter of tacking up the frame in place and doing some testing to make sure that it's square and that it fits the whole of the bus. And as long as I don't twist this frame too much when I bring it in the shop to add the windows and stuff, it should still fit once I mount it. That's the big thing. It fits right now, but will it fit later? And I gotta say, my Fronius Transsteel makes this look easy. Now see, I'm measuring for the crossbar here. This will be the center bar that divides the door for the windows. But something I'm realizing very quickly is that I'm going to have room for my handle. And if I put the windows all the way out to the sides, I will not have room for the handle. So I actually had to step in from the left about 6 inches and put another 1 by 1.5 tube in order to create a pocket for the RV latch. And then after that, I could create my window frames. This was the most tedious and probably the most enjoyable part of the process, trying to get these small dimensions correct through multiple planes and multiple dimensions so that everything lines up. I thought it'd be smart to cut the hole for the lock first, then try and cut the hole for the latch in the skin. Now, I did not film me cutting these window holes out in this outer skin. It's 14 gauge galvanized steel. It's pretty straightforward. This is the hole for the lock to go through. It took me probably 45 minutes and a lot of finessing to get the dimensions just small enough where it would fit through, but not too large to where there's going to be an opening or a gap from the outside. I think that'll do. So the door is going to be held together in the same fashion the rest of the bus. It's going to be 1/4 inch Avdel rivets, just like the rest. I want it to match. Here I'm going to cut this window out so that you can see the process. This is a window for above the bathroom, but the process is exactly the same. You trace your window out, and then you have to leave about a 1/4 inch gap for your gasket that to go around the window. These are non-openable windows, and they have sort of a pinch gasket that attaches to the window and attaches to the steel, and then there is this expander. Either it's built into the gasket or it's one that you actually add to, and it expands and swells the gasket and locks it in place. I got to beat the hell out of this Benchmark Abrasives angle grinder that they sent me to test, and it hasn't failed me. I've done probably 20, 30 hours of cutting with it, and it's gotten pretty hot, but it hasn't stopped. Once you get your window cut out, you're going to have to deburr the edge. I like to deburr mine by hand because if I get really aggressive with the angle grinder, I will mess things up. And then as a last pass, I check it with my hands. And this is that gasket I was telling you about, a slot for the window and a slot for the steel. And wrangling this new fresh gasket around this window, it's kind of a pain. You have to it's just something you're going to have to deal with. I've already popped the bus windows in, but these are lacking the expander trim piece. And there's this special tool that feeds this expander into the gasket like a zipper. And I did not have this for about a week, and I tried to do it by hand. And this is a classic case of having the proper tool makes all the difference in the world. Once I had the proper tool in my arsenal, I knocked out all 4 windows in about 30 minutes. And I'll put a link in the description to that tool if you're interested. Once that was done, I had my wife come out and help me, and we hung the door. And I was pleasantly surprised that it had not warped. I did throw a light coat of primer on the frame. As you can see, there's my cross members. The windows have a place to mount. That is 1x1, 14 gauge. Now, the lock itself is just a normal RV lock you can get off eBay. As you can see here, there is a seam because I used scrap 14 gauge sheeting from the side of the bus just to save materials. So that's, I think it looks fine, and rivets front and back. And there is insulation in that little corner there, even though it doesn't make much of a difference with all that glass. I have to put the gasket on the inside, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty good. If you have any questions, let me know.